Hello and welcome to another analysis behind the news, where we provide the perspective that you can use to help save American liberty and independence. So all eyes seem to be pointing south with news that a migrant caravan that is reportedly about 7,000 strong. Most of the media is doing the best it can with providing you with stories of woe, trying to tug at your heartstrings to get you to see past the fact that this is an illegal endeavor. And let's call it what it is. It's an invasion by socialist forces that seek a new world order. Now, media accounts from Honduras point to Bartolo Fronteras as the main organizer of this caravan. He told La Tribuna that he was one of about 20 leaders or coordinators who were organizing migrants. He described them as being leaders of Libre, which is the Liberty and Refoundation Party of Honduras. And even Wikipedia will tell you that these are hardcore democratic socialists that are also anti-capitalist. So why would they want to pull together an army of migrants to travel 1,500 dangerous miles, placing women and children in harm's way? The American Thinker published an article last week pointing to one part of that answer. They reported, the answer is remittances, the money sent back home by so-called migrants. Asylum is in large part a colossal scam designed to provide Latin American countries with a political and economic safety valve and a cash cow of foreign exchange. In 2017, remittances sent back to Honduras totaled $4.33 billion and make up a significant part of the Honduran economy. They then give stats from the migration policy, and they say, within the span of a few short decades, migrants have become an essential engine of economic support for Honduras. Remittances comprised 17% of the nation's gross domestic product in 2011, according to World Bank estimates, the second largest share of any country in Latin America or the Caribbean. As such, Honduran immigrants have tremendous significance for the country's economy and for the sustenance of many otherwise impoverished communities and families. Now, the American Thinker writer sums this up perfectly with the following. Talk about a trade imbalance, he writes. We import alleged asylum seekers and other illegal aliens, and they send home billions sucked out of a benevolent U.S. government and economy. We have an economy that has some 7.3 million jobs going unfilled because of a shortage of skilled workers. Judging from photos of the latest caravan, one would suggest a paucity of welders, pipe fitters, electrician, and long-haul truck drivers. They also go a little further and they say inner city blacks have long asked which country they get to go to escape violence and poverty. Although President Trump is succeeding in fighting crime and increasing job opportunities in our urban areas, much remains to be done. We do not need to be importing low-wage and low-skilled competitors to American citizens to drive down poor workers' wages. Inner city residents have long asked, where's our sanctuary? Now, thenewamerican.com reported on Friday that another organizer of the caravan was arrested after assaulting immigration officials and Mexican police in southern Mexico. He is a major leader of the group Pueblo Sin Fronteras, which roughly translates to People Without Borders, not to be confused with a Christian organization of the same translated name. As the New American notes, Pueblo Sin Fronteras is an organization that pushed for open borders and the free movement of migrants. This group was also instrumental in organizing the caravan of migrants back in April of this year. At the time, that group was receiving money from George Soros's Open Society Foundation. So, to sum up the situation, Here we have hard-left democratic socialists essentially organizing a march that has ensnared many thousands of all types of people that get caught up in this for various reasons. In the past, this type of caravan was funded by the hard left under the guise that they are helping political asylum seekers. Yet these migrants and millions of illegal aliens before them come to America to send out of the country billions of dollars. Judging by their own actions, they don't come here to assimilate. And given where they come from, they have no appreciation for capitalism, merely the benefits that accompany those that are migrants or illegal aliens. Think of these folks as future voters. Coming from socialist rule, what type of voting patterns do these people bring with them? We have seen in the past that those that do get to America on their own to escape communism become great American patriots. But should we honestly believe that this is the intent for those democratic socialist leaders? No, they are using these people as political pawns. The movement of large groups of people from much less developed country to a more developed country is a strategy by those that seek a new world order. Billionaire George Soros wrote in one of his books in 2006 that the main obstacle to a stable and just world order is the United States. So, by their own admission, these globalists set out to see developing countries brought up to a higher standard, but at the expense of developed countries, meaning that America will see its world order status drop in order to be on the same plane as such countries as Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico. And what better way of doing this than by overwhelming the system from within? How many asylum seekers will it take to push the American people's heartstrings toward a call for amnesty in Congress? And how many millions of those that are granted amnesty will produce voters that will vote for more and bigger government? How long will America last if this cycle continues to be repeated over and over again? So we ask you, let President Trump and Congress know that Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution grants to every state by the federal government protection against invasion. And folks, if a 7,000 strong caravan organized by anti-capitalist, hardcore democratic socialists doesn't constitute an invasion, then what does? Let's ensure the sovereignty of our country by keeping that intact, and that America also honors the sovereignty of other countries. If you're concerned about American liberty and independence, please apply for membership into the John Birch Society today. Links are in the description as always, and we ask you to please like and share this video and subscribe to our social media channels and news alerts. Until next time, we'll see you then.